Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Good morning. Another beautiful day. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I might go with my friend Andy from Jericho to go see Top Gun 2. My daughter said it was really good. So we're going to go later. But in the meantime, I'm going to make the best of this morning. I've got to mow my lawn, and also I was watching a few videos on this Greenworks thing that my friend Andy gave me. And it's such a nice mower. It's in great shape. I know it's a corded electric, but some nut may buy it. Basically, when you plug it in, you engage it, all the circuit breakers break in your house. So there's a short in there or something. I watched a video and they said that you need a new rectifier. That's a common problem. It burns out, so the voltage is wrong. You know what I mean? So a rectifier is like $5 or $8, something like that on eBay. Do I spend $8 to try to get that working? I mean, it's a corded lawnmower, but look, it's like brand new. You know what I mean? Some nut may want it, you know. Anyway, I think it'd be interesting to make a video on it too, so I might get it. I'm not sure. Anyway, in the meantime, we're back to this again. This is part 2 of my Scott's by John Deere mower. We've done everything to this, everything, and it just won't start. The most I ever got was 1 pop. So I thought it was the timing. There was water in the gas tank and all that, but it's all cleaned out now. I think today I'm going to take the head off because I think maybe the valves are not seating or the piston rings are seized inside the piston. It's not coming out. If it doesn't come out, it doesn't make a seal in the bore, and you're not getting any compression. We know it has good spark, so first, I'll take the head off. If we don't see anything wrong with the head, I should drain the oil first anyway. Drain the oil again, has new oil in it. Take the engine off, take the blades off, the engine off, flip it upside down, take the sump cover off, take the connecting rod, and take a look at the piston. That's what I'm gonna do today. If not, if all is good, then we'll try to fix it. If not, I'm just gonna part it out, whatever, and put another engine on here. Crazy. Oh, we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I have a guy, actually I had a lot of guys who were interested in the 2 Honda mowers that I got from Jason of Pate's Performance. I got one going, but it's still hinky. It doesn't really work, you know. The blades vibrate and all that stuff. So I was just gonna sell it as is. I figured some nut would want it for parts. You took all the parts apart on both mowers, you get $300 if you took every part out and sold it on eBay, you know what I mean? Or more than $300. But I didn't really want to. I wanted to see if somebody could just buy it, you know? A lot of people asked for it, but only one guy actually said, okay, let's meet, you know? And that's the thing. You get a lot of people that say they want it, but they never make other plans for you to meet and do the transaction, you know? It's all bullshit. So one guy did. And I'm gonna go bring it over to the church right now. I loaded it into the van, and we'll see what happens. Hey, so how about that, huh? Funny story with that is that when we're doing the transaction, right, these 2 little girls came over, about 5 or 7 years old. They came over and they said, our mom locked the keys in our van and we can't get back in again. Can you help us? And so me and the guy who bought my mower, both of us went over there and we coat hangered her door to get her in. I haven't done that since high school, you know what I mean? But that was an interesting transaction for sure. The guy I sold it to was very handy, very smart. He was actually the one that got a wedge into the door frame to open it up so you can get the wire in there to hook the thing for the door. So a lot of fun actually. So $100, got rid of both of those mowers. So we're gonna drain this new oil that I just put in there because I'm probably gonna take the engine off and the sump cover off and check out the condition of the connecting rod. After that oil drains, we'll take the top cover off again. I've taken that damn thing off like 5 times already. Take the valve cover off, take the head off, carburetor, everything. You might have to take the damn whole thing apart. So guys, it took a lot of doing to get the head off. The head was so hard to get off. The head bolts were all, I don't know, it doesn't look like it, but it looks like they had Loctite on it. The 2 left ones, I just couldn't even turn. As a result, I broke one of them. So that was that. And I knew that after that, it's done. I'm not gonna be able to do it. But I'm glad I got it off, because check it out. While the head is off, here is one of the valves. The coating to the valves had come off. And as you can see, the lip here, the lip of the valve, look at that. It's like chunks of it are off. So this valve wasn't seating at all. Can you see that? Yeah, there's no way, because look, it's not even straight, but bent and with chunks out of it. So this valve is done ski, big time. There's no way this thing would have started. Here's the other valve, and this is good. See? Look at the difference. Look at the difference in those valves. Crazy, right? So this valve was really bad. So that was why it didn't start, the valve. So, look, it's a bent push rod too. So this engine is done ski. I'm just gonna strip it for parts now. So as you saw, we took everything apart. The biggest pain in the butt was to get the drive belt pulley off, because the set screw in there was all rusted, right? I had to drill it out to get it loose so that this thing would chisel off. The large blade adapter wouldn't come off, so I have to keep banging. You can't get the sump cover off without taking out the drive pulley and the blade adapter off the crankshaft. So then finally we got it off, got the sump cover off, banged it out. What I thought might be the rings on the piston would be compressed, and that's why we had no compression. It's fine. All 3 rings are just fine. It's a good condition piston. There is some scuffing on the sides of the piston here. Some, not a lot. The bore is clean, so I don't think that was too much of a factor. I think the reason why this, actually I don't think, I know, that the reason why this engine just did not start was that the exhaust valve coating had come off, and it's just warped and in terrible condition. So this was the reason why it didn't start, was we had a bad valve and a bent push rod. So that's it. of interesting. You know, my quest was now satisfied. We found out why this engine didn't run. I have some good parts here, you know, to sell on eBay. I'll keep the deck and wheels for another application when I run into another engine. And you know I'm going to run into another engine for sure. So I'm going to show you that valve again. Give you a good idea. So this is the good valve, right? Oh, son of a gun. Cinematography. All right, here we go. Regular video. This is the good valve. I believe the smaller one's the intake. The exhaust one's a bigger one. Look at the condition of that exhaust valve. It's trashed. Okay. Here is the piston. As you can see, the piston's fine. There's some scuffs here. Some scuffs there. But this is a good connecting rod. And believe it or not, these quantum connecting rods, they go for a lot of money, like $25, $30. So that's some money right there. Got the coverall list. Air filter base all list with the primer. Believe it or not, the flywheels go for money. And this is the one with the electric start ones because it has the teeth on the flywheel, right? So I can get maybe $20, $30 for that. Because these are so old now, a good condition engine shroud of this model is kind of tough to find. So I'll just list the combo, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to list the recoil starter because it's too heavy to ship and it's not worth much money. But the gas tanks, I'll get like $25 for the gas tank at like $10 shipping or something. So person will pay like $30, $35 and I'll make like $20, $25 for it. And I'll include the gas cap, which I always need. I'll keep the carburetor, keep the blade. I guess I'll list the crankshaft too because it's in, you know, good condition. Look at the journals, fine. There's nothing wrong with the crankshaft. Maybe not, because the threads over here are kind of trashed. Nobody's gonna buy it if it's trashed. You know, if you're gonna buy it, you're gonna buy a good one. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna sell this. I'm gonna throw it away. Engine block is Dunsky because I wrecked it trying to get it all out. So, and I don't even. Nobody's gonna buy an engine block of a Quantum anyway, nor the sump cover. So that's it. Oh. Camshaft and governor. I believe the governor gear is good. I actually sold one of these recently. I don't know if I'll sell it. I don't know. And I'm not sure about this. I think there's something else that belongs on here. So I don't think I'll sell this either. I'm just going to throw it away. So there we go. Couple of hours of doing some wrenching. I feel much better now, even though we didn't get this mower going. We did find out why that engine didn't start, and taking off the head was our solution. We found out that the exhaust valve was Dunsky, and that was the reason why it wasn't getting any compression. And without compression, even with gas and starter fluid and good spark, it's not going to start. So engines are pretty easy to come by around me. I pick up lawnmowers pretty often, not so much this year, but I'll get another engine to throw on here. It's a decent deck, good wheels. I've listed the stuff that I talked about, so I can list it on eBay. Some extra parts that I'm just going to throw in my shed again. Park this in my new shed. Might think about getting a rectifier for this because it's only $6 or $8 to get a perfectly like brand new Greenworks electric. Even though it's corded, some nut may want it, you know. Day is not over yet. Still got to mow my lawn. My lawn's growing like mad. Every 3 days I got to mow my lawn, you know. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining me on part 2 of our Why Doesn't This Scots by John Deere Quantum Engine Run? We found out, and that's all we need to do. Hope you guys learned something. I was curious to find out, and we found out. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
because the UPS guy screwed this up. I'm gonna see
you guys next time on Mowers.